very popular cable row is the close grip row. It's also a type of row that I love. However, I see a lot of people doing this with close grip and a restricted movement. So you have to be aware of how having a close grip can tend to restrict your movement if you're not paying attention to what you're doing and trying to make sure you're using optimal form. So what I see is a lot of people using close grip like this, and they're just going like that, or maybe putting too much back into it. Okay? I'm not feeling my back doing much work there. Alright? So the challenge is with a close grip, still getting that full contraction, since you're not able to bring your arms back here to your rib cage where you would if you were pulling on a bar or dumbbells or using two independent cables. Okay, that makes it easy to get a full contraction. Okay, but when your hands are here, you have to really try to pull your shoulders back, retract the scapula. Okay, if you're leaving that part out, you're leaving out the most important part of the movement, the full contraction. Okay, if it's challenging for you to do that with a very close grip like this, you can use a close grip that is a bit wider. They make them wider than this. This is the closest grip that they have here. So I wanted to use this one to show you how to do this while your hands are together. Okay, so to optimize the form on the close grip row, obviously at the bottom, your shoulders can go forward, okay? Your back can go forward, all right? And you can incorporate some movement here with it, but you do not want to have there be momentum, okay? That's too much, all right? You don't want to lean back so much that you're now rowing diagonally and rowing with momentum caused from that, okay? So only a little bit of low back movement. It's more about pulling, okay? And you want to pull down, okay, not up high like this, okay, or even here. Pull down the bottom of your rib cage and your belly, okay, almost down. The bottom should be almost to your belly button, and bring those shoulders back and retract your scapula and pause at the top when you fully contracted. So this close grip is mainly for targeting the traps, okay? That's where you're pulling, and that's why you want to retract your scapula fully, because otherwise it's not going to work the traps as much, okay? It's that full retraction back here where you're actually rotating your rotator cuff a little bit. It gets you to work these lower traps. Okay, so that's a great way to hit the low traps, but you have to be rowing in alignment with the low traps. Okay, if you're going like this, it's going to be more of a rear delt row. Okay, make sure you're rowing down here to get the lower portion of the traps. Okay, rather than the rear delts and the upper traps. Notice how when I'm here, when I go like that, that's what you want to practice. Okay, before even doing this movement, practice putting your hands together here and then just retracting your scapula, okay, by rotating your shoulders back using the rotator cuff. And a good way to practice this with weight would be to take two grips, if you can find ones with a cloth attachment that is a bit long so that you can separate them a little at the bottom. They look like this, okay? So if I had two of these, I could pull with them together until here, right? And then I can go like that at the bottom. There's not another one here in the vicinity, but you get what I mean, that they will be able to come apart like this as I pull like that, okay? So that's a great way to condition your body to be able to row, more weight with a close grip and still be able to bring your shoulders back and bring your shoulder blades together. So just practice bringing your shoulder blades together and getting that full contraction. because that's how you're going to condition your traps to get them to be, not only stronger, but to, show through, to get more muscular. Okay, so as long as you're doing the close grip row with that optimal form, making sure to get that full contraction at the top, it's an excellent row to do. Just make sure you're using lighter weight, higher reps, and good form on every repetition.